In 1999, near the Norwegian town of Narvik, a young woman skiing with friends slipped and fell through the ice. She was trapped under the frozen stream for over an hour. By the time rescuers got her out, her heart had stopped. Her body was ice cold, and there were no signs of life. But this wasn't the end of the story. It was May 20th, 1999. 29-year-old Anna Bågenholm, a radiology resident from Sweden, was skiing with two colleagues in the Kjolin Mountains, just outside the town of Narvik in northern Norway. They were experienced skiers and decided to go off-piste, away from the groomed trails. At one point, Anna lost control on a steep downhill slope. She slid out onto a frozen stream, and without warning, the ice cracked open beneath her. She fell in head first. The freezing current pulled her underneath the ice sheet, and within seconds, her entire body vanished, except for her skis, which stuck up above the surface. Her two friends, Marie Falkenberg and Torben Nasheim, both medical doctors, rushed to help. They could see her trapped below, but the ice was too thick and the current too strong. They tried to dig through with their bare hands, but it was impossible. Under the surface, Anna managed to find a small air pocket and keep her head tilted just enough to breathe. For the next 40 minutes, she was conscious, struggling to stay alive in water that measured just 5.8 degrees Celsius. Eventually, her body couldn't take it anymore. Around 40 minutes after the fall, Anna went into full cardiac arrest. Her heart stopped, and she lost consciousness. She would remain under the ice for a total of 80 minutes before being pulled out. Anna was finally pulled from the stream at 7:40 p.m. Rescuers used shovels and gardening tools to break through the 20-centimeter thick ice. When they reached her, she was limp, unresponsive, and lifeless. Her skin was pale, her pupils were dilated, and her body was ice cold. There was no pulse, no breathing, no reaction, but her friends didn't stop. They immediately began CPR on the ice. They had no idea whether it would help, but they refused to give up. At 7:57 p.m., a Sea King rescue helicopter arrived. The crew took over chest compressions and loaded Anna on board. CPR continued throughout the 40-minute flight to the University Hospital of North Norway in Tromsø. She arrived at 9:10 p.m., more than 2 hours after she had fallen through the ice. Her core body temperature was measured at 13.7 degrees Celsius. It was the lowest body temperature ever recorded in a human being who survived. But right then, she was clinically dead. No pulse, no spontaneous breathing, no signs of life. Quick break. If you're into real stories that sound impossible but actually happened, you're in the right place. We drop at least 3 new videos every week, each one diving into the strangest real-life events the world has ever seen. So, if you're enjoying this one, hit that subscribe button. It helps way more than you think. All right, let's get back to the video. At 9:40 p.m., just 30 minutes after arrival, doctors connected Anna to an ECMO machine, a heart-lung bypass system designed to slowly warm and circulate her blood. The team was led by Dr. Mads Gilbert and Dr. Øyvind Thomassen. More than 100 doctors and nurses were involved in shifts through the night. The machine began to warm her blood from the outside, bringing it back into her body 1 degree at a time. Then, at 10:15 p.m., after more than 3 hours in cardiac arrest, Anna's heart started beating on its own again. It was weak, but it was real. By 12:49 a.m., her core temperature had reached 36.4 degrees Celsius, and the team was finally able to disconnect the machine. Still, no one knew if her brain had survived. She remained unconscious, unable to breathe on her own, and was placed on a ventilator. She stayed that way for 10 days. On May 30th, Anna woke up. She was paralyzed from the neck down, but she was awake. She could understand everything, and slowly she began to recover. Anna spent 35 days on a ventilator and more than 2 months in intensive care. Later, she was flown back to Sweden to continue her rehabilitation. Her recovery was slow, but remarkable. Within months, she was walking again, and eventually, she went skiing. By the end of 1999, she had returned to her radiology training. Her case stunned the medical world. It was published in The Lancet and presented at international conferences. Before Anna, most doctors believed that survival below 18 degrees Celsius was impossible. Her recovery proved otherwise. Her case directly influenced the development of modern hypothermia protocols, especially the use of ECMO in emergency medicine. Today, her story is taught in medical schools around the world. and the rule that came from it is simple. You're not dead until you're warm and dead. Anna Bågenholm is still alive today, and her story remains one of the most extreme, well-documented, and medically significant recoveries ever recorded. No pulse, no breath, no hope. For more than 3 hours, Anna Bågenholm was clinically dead. But thanks to quick thinking, cold science, and a team that refused to stop, she survived what should have been impossible. Her story didn't just defy the odds, it rewrote them. If you want more real survival stories like this, check out our video on Harrison O'Keefe, the man who survived 3 days trapped at the bottom of the ocean. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.